Use Social Good as kind of the website that it just keeps going and going and going, and it's the only website that's dedicated to telling social impact stories and community do-good stories for credit unions out there today.
How long has it been in existence?
Well, See Social Good started because we were in a tax battle in South Dakota, and the banks were doing a very good job of telling their story and how they give back to the community. They were going into school boards, they were going to city commissions, they were going to county commissions, and they were saying, you know what, credit unions don't pay taxes, and by the way, here's what we do in the community. Well, we were doing that already. We just weren't doing a very good job of telling that story. So my predecessor, Robbie Thompson, back in 2013 said, we got a chink in the armor. We got to start telling our story. Came back to the staff, challenged us, said, let's come up with the site. Let's have a vehicle and a tool for our members to go out and tell these great social impact stories that we're doing every day in our communities.
What can credit unions find when they go to your website?
See Social Good is really that website that holds all those wonderful stories that are dedicated to what credit unions do and the impact that credit unions make in their communities. So you'll find stories from scholarships that they provide, to helping volunteer in their communities, to giving money to charity, or to going out and helping with the backpack program in their local towns. There's over 5,000 stories from all 50 states in the United States as well as Canada. And so we're really hoping to grow it and make it more global, but right now, See Social Good is just out there to help tell the wonderful stories of credit unions and share the good news that credit unions do.
Why is storytelling so important?
It's important for a number of things. I mean, again, going back to our philosophy as a financial cooperative, and that is people helping people. We do it every day. And as we get into this age of awareness and the banks wanting to really shut us down and the threat of taxation, and so we need to create that awareness to tell that story that we are different than the for-profits, that all of our decisions are made on behalf of our members and not profit-driven. That's a key story. And on top of that, these social impact stories, these are things that credit unions themselves are doing. It's not in their job description. It's just something they do to give back into their community. And then on the advocacy side, what better way when you go to Washington, D.C., or you go to your state capitals and to say, you know what, this is what we're doing in our communities. We're not mandated to do this, we're not obligated to do it, we just do it.
And if I can add to that, credit unions, it's in our DNA and our nature to do wonderful things, but we're so humble in what we do all the time that we don't like to brag about that and share that. And that's where See Social Good comes in, and telling our story, like Jeff said, for the lawmakers, for our communities, and for the overall impact of credit unions. It's so important to tell our story. We just sometimes forget that it's okay to tell those stories and the good works that credit unions and their employees do.
What's the next step for See Social Good?
That's a great question, Ann. Thank you. What we did with See Social Good this last year is we rebooted it. It needed some technical enhancements. We were hearing back from our members there was a couple of glitches here and there. We've actually brought it back in to our association. We were outsourcing it. We're running it. We rebuilt it. And so we kind of had a soft launch in December. We wanted our members they have to go in and create their own profile. There's no charge, and create their own story and get it out there. And once they post their story, they can also go to other social media outlets, because that's the key. But the reboot is something that was very important. We went to CUNA and said, can you help? We knew that they were looking at probably dissolving the Unite for Good, which is also a social impact site. And so they said, absolutely, we're going to partner with you on that. They helped us take the Unite for Good stories and put them into the See Social Good site. They're promoting the See Social Good site, and so it's a really good collaborative effort on that side. And then moving forward, we're actually going to go out and try to find some partners, because we're kind of carrying the banner for the social impact, but really what it is we're providing a vehicle or a tool for credit unions to go and post their social impact and their community feel-good stories. So we want to look at what we can do with that information. So if we can go in, as you put your information in, you can actually categorize that. Well, I'm giving money to the Humane Society, I'm giving money to the Children's Miracle Network, or as Katie said, a book pack program for kids. We can aggregate that information. So a credit union can go in and pull that information out and say, this is what we're doing. They can share it with a community leader, they can share it with a lawmaker, and then the state leagues can also go in and say, here's what our state is doing, and then also on the national level, we can pull that information out. And then we have a credible source with CU Social Good that we can use as, here's where the information's coming from, it's credible, we're inputting the information, but that's the key. It's only as good as what we put into it, and then we have to make it go viral. So what we're doing is, Katie had these great shirts designed. So we gave these to the Crashers. We're actually going to probably sell these on our website because they turned out so good, but now we got to go viral with it. Okay, so once you post that story, get it on Facebook, get it on Twitter, like and share, because we all are following individuals and organizations on Facebook or Twitter, and then if we all start sharing that, it'll just go crazy. We know how that works.
One last question. So if a credit union wants to get involved, use that website, find all they need at the website.
Yes, they can go to www.cusocialgood.com. It's easy to sign up. There's a thing on the website that just says sign up or contact us. We have wonderful people that work on our website, some of my employees and at the office, and so it's very easy. CU Social Good, and you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter.